The rebuilding is well underway in parts of Kentucky hit hard by tornadoes in December. New homes are under construction in Taylor County, but there's been a lot of challenges, both financially and logistically, in that community and in others hit hard by the outbreak. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has the latest on the recovery.
Insurance only goes so far in helping people to rebuild and recover, and the Community Foundation of West Kentucky is one of these organizations focusing on the long-term recovery, helping to meet the needs of those, many of these people finding that building supplies are about 30 to 40% more than what they were just a few months ago. Homes are going up on Sanders Road in Taylor County, where dozens of structures were destroyed or heavily damaged in the December storms. People tell us that volunteer organizations are a huge help in providing labor and skills to put the walls back up or even to build new homes entirely. One man said the Amish and Mennonite communities have helped tremendously, especially when it comes to farms. People are also telling us that supplies are extremely expensive right now, and while they have not had trouble getting supplies, everything is costing more. But other organizations are stepping in with donations. In fact, one bank donated more than $400,000 to storm victims. Now, if you are wanting to give to one of these relief organizations, I am told that it's very important to make sure that they're in good standing with both the IRS for tax purposes and with the local government for rebuilding in. In Taylor County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
The Community Foundation for West Kentucky holds long-term recovery funds for at least 7 counties, including Taylor. April is National Donate Life Month as medical professionals and transplant advocates across the state work to educate the public. Pikeville Medical Center hosted its Pause for Life celebration today, taking a moment of silence in honor of the donors and their families who make organ donations possible. Officials say it is crucial to share the stories of transplants, giving people a look beyond that check mark on a driver's license, checking in with the people who are truly impacted.
People genuinely want to be good. They want to have some type of legacy. They want to make a mark. Everyone typically has that passion. They want to be remembered for something, and what an amazing way to be remembered is if you leave a life-saving legacy through donation.
Coming up at 6, hear from a family who was given extra time thanks to a transplant and why they encourage people to choose to donate life. We have an update on the federal lawsuit challenging Kentucky's new state laws on abortions. Last week, the legislature gave final passage to House Bill 3, restricting medicinal abortions and banning abortions after 15 weeks. The ACLU filed 2 on behalf of Planned Parenthood and EMW Women's Surgical Center, asking for a temporary injunction to block enforcement of the law while they challenge it in court. A judge has given the defendants, including Attorney General Daniel Cameron, until tomorrow to respond to the motion. The new dean of the U.S. House of Representatives is pledging to make Congress more civil. Representative Hal Rogers, who has served in Congress for 42 years, is officially the new dean of the House. The position goes to the longest-serving member of Congress with the recent death of the previous dean, Don Young of Alaska. As Dean of the House, Rogers will also have the formal duty of swearing in the new Speaker every 2 years. Though it is largely ceremonial, the Dean also has the informal role of setting the values of the institution.
Clouds and cold temperatures continue to work through the mountains this afternoon, but we've got some improvement on the way before the work week is done. Not here yet, though. Mountain Parkway at Slade, plenty of cloud cover. The last of the sogginess on the roadway continues to dry out there. I-75 in London, you can see some of the wet spots still there, but mostly drying out, but we are staying cloudy. We are only in the low to middle 40s right now, and Pine Mountain is taking a dip back to 39. Yeah, on the 18th of April. 48 in Monticello is our warm spot at the moment, and even then, that's not necessarily what I'd call warm. Last of the showers pushing out of southwest Virginia. We are just about done with those, and that clearing line, well, it's slowly working its way through West Kentucky. It'll be here before sunrise tomorrow for the most part, but we're going to continue to see clouds as we head into tonight. That's why you need to keep that WYMT weather app handy, because we do have a better forecast on the way as we run through the remainder of tonight into tomorrow as well, though it is going to be chilly, especially the faster we clear out tonight. I've got the latest on how low we go tonight and how warm we could get later coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The death toll continues to rise in Ukraine, but officials there say they have no intention of surrendering to the Russians. They are vowing to fight to the end, however long that may take. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Russia renewed its aerial assault on Ukraine on Monday. Hundreds of missile strikes were reported across the country, including one that left at least 7 dead in the western city of Lviv. Lviv's mayor said they were the first people killed there since the war began. Moscow has redirected most of its ground forces to southeastern Ukraine. Russian troops appeared on the verge of capturing Mariupol after Ukrainians ignored an ultimatum to surrender on Sunday. Ukraine's government says the attacks on the city could doom ceasefire talks with Moscow. Meanwhile, new pictures emerged showing some of the last moments of the Russian warship Moskva. Ukraine says it sank the ship with missile strikes. U.S. intelligence agreed with that assessment, but the Kremlin insisted the missile cruiser went down after an onboard fire caused an ammunition explosion. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he has asked President Biden to visit his country. Zelensky says he believes President Biden will accept the invitation. However, the White House says there are no plans for the president to make such a trip, and Russia's ability to strike targets throughout Ukraine makes it even more unlikely. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
President Vladimir Putin today said Russia has weathered the sanctions imposed after it invaded Ukraine. Putin described the sanctions as economic blitzkrieg, but said they were causing more harm in the U.S. and Europe than in Russia. The sanctions against Russia amidst the ongoing Ukrainian invasion are fueling even higher oil prices. The price of oil in the U.S. is about $108 a barrel. That's about a 0.9 increase in the highest price in nearly 3 weeks. It comes as the European Union is considering a ban on Russian oil imports. The controversial media organization InfoWars filed for bankruptcy protection in a Texas court Sunday. Court documents alleged its estimated assets are valued at less than $50,000, but its liabilities are between $1 and $10 million. InfoWars is facing lawsuits tied to its owner, Alex Jones. The conspiracy theorist was found legally responsible for damages caused by his claims that the 2012 Sandy Hook mass shooting was staged. Jones has since acknowledged the attack was real and in a 2019 sworn deposition said a form of psychosis caused him to make that claim. New York City employers are preparing to put pay ranges on job listings as a new law takes effect. The goal of the law, which takes effect May 15th, is to even the playing field for job applicants by requiring salary information on all job listings. Similar laws in states like Colorado have been designed to narrow the gender pay gap and provide more workplace transparency. But some employers say they are not ready and need to spend more time setting compensation ranges for every job title. Critics say it is not the right solution for the current job market and want the implementation delayed until November. Renters are losing confidence they will ever own a home. According to a Federal Reserve Bank of New York survey released Monday, the average probability of owning a home at some point in the future tumbled to 43% this year. That's the lowest level since the New York Fed began asking the question in 2015. 22% of households in the NY Fed survey report they plan to buy a home, but now view renting as a better financial decision. Meanwhile, some people who had hoped to buy have been priced out of the market, forcing them to rent instead. That, in turn, has helped to drive up rental rates. Coming up on First at 4, a unique approach to yard work that's good for the environment and will also get you out of mowing the lawn.
And showers are slowly working their way out, but we've still got some of that mist around the region. I'll have the details on when we warm up coming up.